Hey guys, Jay Butts here. I'm going to run you through my deadlift training today real quick. A lot of ambition coming into today's, in the days preceding today's training. I was eating good, sleeping good. Everything was feeling great. I was looking forward to doing this new technique because it felt amazing on Sunday. But unfortunately, I had a stressful event last night, and I only ended up getting 2 hours of sleep. And just coming into today, I knew that a lack of sleep affects me tremendously. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot. And I really wanted to push today back, but because of scheduling, I would have had to move my whole training schedule like 4 days forward. And so I just went ahead and went. I had the expectation I wanted to hit like roughly the same weight at for 5 at 8. And I got to 435 in the warm-ups, and that felt still like a warm-up, 435 for a single. So I thought it was reasonable to add 15 pounds to the bar and go ahead and go for 5 at 8. But in hindsight, I should have been filming my warm-ups. I should have done more warm-ups to practice the new technique because it was feeling quite awkward. Reverting back to a similar setup that I used to do before with the RDL slack pull, it wasn't quite feeling on point, which is why I should have done more warm-ups. And I really need to video my warm-ups and take a look at the velocity of my setup, because what happened was my setup was off on the top set. I was still getting the pelvic tilt. I wasn't set. My hips weren't quite set low enough. So we didn't accomplish what we wanted to. We want to involve more glute and hamstring and less low back. But yeah, if I would have filmed my warm-ups, I would have seen my hips weren't high enough. I would have consciously lowered them as I did in the back downs. Back downs went well. I just did 435 by 4, and it was definitely a 7, so that was on target. Unfortunately, my top set was definitely an RPE 9. I could have grinded out one more, so some people would probably call that a 9.5, depending. And so yeah, it's disappointing to overshoot, especially when I didn't foresee it. But it is kind of getting late in the training block. We are week 3 here. I got one more session. But still, RPE 9, it's always way better to undershoot than overshoot, for sure. But, next time, practice more. I got to warm up with like lightweight and really nail down the technique before I get into any decent amount of weight. I need to have like 2 reds on there at the most and just make sure everything's clicking great and review the tape and make sure everything looks great. So yeah, that's a flaw in my warm-up strategy, which I'm going to change. And so I'm sure you hear my voice. I'm quite lethargic. It was affecting my judgment quite a bit mentally, even though I was able to tune everything out and remain positive. I still made some poor decisions today, and I thought about videoing my warm-ups. I thought about doing more warm-ups, but no, I didn't do it. I just warmed up how I normally do. But anyway, I really thank everyone for following along with me. I think this hopefully will be very valuable for some people. It's definitely very valuable for me, and especially because my coach is following and he can see all the thoughts that are going through my head and how my training progresses on a session-by-session basis, and what's going on with my technique. So yeah, I did the dry needling yesterday. It worked out amazing. I have an amazing physical therapist. He's been doing dry needling for I want to say 15 years, and my back felt way loose today. It didn't get fatigued like it normally does. I just sort of got tanked on energy at the end. I wasn't able to finish the prescribed amount of sets, but I still did increase my overall session volume tremendously compared to last week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.